Good day, Trinidad and Tobago. I'm here again, and on this occasion, let me let you know that our coalition government has demonstrated that they are incapable of managing our nation's affairs. As a result of their styling of politics, this country may be on its path to a bloody civil war. We as a nation must rise. We must stand side by side. Every creed and race must come and find an equal place. And let us join and ask this government to step down. And let us now consider voting for people who respect what we stand for, who understand our needs, who understands our children's needs, who understands our loved one needs, who understands that each and every man is equal. Let us come out in our large numbers and demonstrate this, or else we will be divided as a nation. Brothers and sisters, let me let you know and indicate and remind you that in our political landscape, there is promotion of racialism, there is promotion of all sorts of discriminations against various people. One of the examples is the statement made by Hilton Sandy with regards to a boat coming from Calcutta. That statement is one that reflects the sentiments of racialism, and yet still he was allowed to continue, and you can see the result. So brothers and sisters, let us not be divided by creed and race. Let us understand what Nelson Mandela had spoken and fight for. Let us understand that we are one people with one blood, and if we cry, we have the same color tears. If we cut our skin, we have the same color blood. If I donate blood, it doesn't go to any special creed or race. This is what we have to understand. If I'm in a position and I need blood, I am not going to get blood from any special creed and race. I am going to get blood from one of our creeds and race. So we must understand that we are one. Okay? Now my brothers and sisters, I had applied for permission to hold a peaceful protest at the front of Parliament building, but I was not given the permission by the Commissioner of Police that would have met the legal requirements to hold such peaceful protests. But nevertheless, my brothers and sisters, my voice will be heard, and regardless of whatever they do, they will not be able to silence this voice. I need to let you know, my brothers and sisters, some of the affairs that I had applied for to protest. Some of the affairs I must mention includes corruption on the part of government, failure to properly account to the nation, nepotism, underqualified persons being appointed to key public positions, Section 34 of the Indictable Proceedings Act, its impact on tax-paying dollars, the inefficiency on the part of the Police Complaints Authority to carry out its investigations fairly. Also, there was a decision made against me in my absentia by the Transport Board and the Licensing Department under the Ministry of Transport. And I'm also demanding to know what was the relationship between former Attorney General John Jeremy and Justice Ivor Archie, Chief Justice Ivor Archie, that is. That Justice Herbert Velmi had mentioned that was questioning the separation of powers. Now, brothers and sisters, I am not afraid. I have no fear to question these people. These people and them is not God. And they are not above God. And they are not above the law. Right? And if there are things that is going on in this country, we need to know, so we can know what we are dealing with. The reason for this is, I'm sure that you all can remember that one of our Chief Justices had made a decision in a murder case, and it came to the understanding of the public that his decision was based on a heart surgery, a bypass surgery that was done on his heart that favored the accused. Another thing I will remind you is that former Chief Justice Satnarayan Sharma, he had also tried to interfere into a matter concerning Mr. Basdev Pandey that Chief Magistrate Sherman McNichols had brought to the public's attention. What was the outcome of those matters? Let me let you all know, my brothers and sisters, in our human rights history, there was a prisoner executed. His name is Glenn Ashby. But he was executed while he had an appeal pending before the appeal court. And while he was hanging in the execution chamber, there was a paper by the court martial came up that was giving him a stay of execution. Now, brothers and sisters, this execution was carried out as a result of a double murder that had taken place in the Westmoreland area. And the Prime Minister at that time, Mr. Patrick Manning, had taken upon his decision and had instructed his Attorney General in seeking to have Mr. Glenn Ashby read out. My brothers and sisters, another very serious part of our human rights issues are that there was a prisoner named Eustace Piper who was taken to court from the prison escorted by prison officers, and he tried to escape. In his attempt to escape, he was held by police who had seen the prison van swerving, signaling that there was some form of danger. Nevertheless, police intercepted this vehicle and this prison vehicle and had escorted it straight to the prison at number 103 Frederick Street, Port of Spain, which is the Royal Jail. Now, this prisoner, Eustace Piper, had been admitted back to the prison and he was beaten to death. And he was thrown in a cell in the E division of the Port of Spain prison, which is named the cell block. Where is our human rights bodies? Where is all our human rights lawyers? Who is the answer for this man's life? These are the things that we must take into account, my brothers and sisters. So, for now, I will end this segment, but I will also, as I told you, I will continue my addresses between the executive, the legislature, and the judiciary at a future address. Thank you very much, my brothers and sisters, my loved ones, my citizens, my people, my peers. You are us, and we make up this nation. I love you all, my brothers and sisters. Remember that the voice of the people is the voice of God, but you see, the eyes on a nation is the eyes of the people. Thank you very much, my brothers and sisters.